My statement to all of you, first try and do a job, understand where your niche lies. Try to understand which is the path you want to really take. A dream is very good. Getting funds is easy probably for a startup. But remember, when the money goes off, it's not going to work for you. So you might have, it may be a grant, but it's still money. It's money coming from some taxpayer somewhere across the country. So think carefully before you venture. You should not start something and then feel, oh, I'm leaving it all. I'm out of it. It doesn't matter. It's not that way. So, and another thing, when you leave colleges, you actually unlearn what you have learned in your college. Job or career actually makes you unlearn what you have learned. You're learning something new. You're learning expertise or domain knowledge in a particular field. So please follow that. And when you realize you have your niche or you found your niche, then enter into starting something. And always remember, one is your passion or one is your domain area. You need another domain area, which is the technical domain area. And the third is the financial. If you don't have the three parts of this triangle, do not start something on your own, because you'll be burning not just your money, the government money, your parents' money also, plus you will create so much of heartburn for yourself that you will never again start anything in your life. I personally believe in this, and that's my statement to all youngsters. Please take care when you start something. Think carefully. Be sure about what you're doing. And remember one thing, perseverance is a story. If you're not perseverant, if you're not patient, you will not. There's no 2-minute Maggi noodle in doing business. 2-minute Maggi noodle is only what you can buy from a shop. And that's a lousy product, by the way. But having said that, you need to be patient. There are going to be days when it will test you like hell. There will be times when you feel that I should quit everything and walk out. But then you can't do it. It's not easy. You have stakeholders, you have investors, you have your employees, you have your vendors. How do you walk out from all this? You can't walk out. So learn, keep learning, keep getting, like today I learned a lot of things from the youngsters on the stage who are telling about the ways in which to raise finance, and that was really interesting. I wish I had such classes when I was running the plant myself. I didn't have them. The lady in the blue sari also was actually very clear about how I can increase my, how I can actually, increase my tenure of moratorium and how I can do it. So learn. Learning is the key to everything. Become a sponge. Learn from every person you can learn. And I can give you proper examples of this. In my own plant I have them. I personally learn from everybody. I have Supriya who works with me in my accounts, who's present here today. This girl has probably learned from every finance person who's come into Murali Krishna Pharma. She has learned different things. And she keeps trying to implement whatever are correct as per our situations. Similarly, I have Jaita there who came in from an API and biotechnology kind of a field. She is today totally into finished formulations and finished dosage forms. See, if I tell very clearly, in Murali Krishna Pharma, when we started, domain knowledge was with Vijay in terms of technology, with me in terms of the marketing, with me in terms of how to run. But I learned how to run the plant over a period of time. I learned about all the products that we make. I also learned about all the innovations. I call myself somebody who is probably 97 to 98% knowledgeable about whatever we are doing. The 2-3% I leave it to people like Vijay and Jaita and others who can answer better than me on that. In fact, there's a story which Vijay always tells me about Einstein's driver, and I don't know how many of you know of this story. Einstein had a driver who used to drive him all over Germany wherever he would go and give talks. One day the driver told Einstein that, sir, I think by now after having gone with you everywhere, I think I can give a speech very well and I can field all the questions. So Einstein said, fine, we are going to the next town where nobody has seen me. So you take my place, I'll be the driver. And this is a genuine story. It came in Reader's Digest where we had read it. So the driver goes on the stage and answers everything very fluently. One question comes up, which he is not able to answer. And look at the wit of the driver. He says, your question, sir, is so simple that my driver standing there can answer it. And he points towards Einstein to answer that question. So that is your intuitive ability to survive. You should know how, if you are taking a risk, learn how to also mitigate that risk. You have to know that. You have to take a risk if you're an entrepreneur, but you have to also know how to mitigate the risk. You have to know the checks and balances. You have to know how to grow. We are also trying to grow. We are a 250 crore company today. We are planning to grow to 10,000 crores in a couple of years and planning to end it with an IPO too. But the progress, the work, the mission, the vision, the route, path, everything needs to be crafted out. We need to look at new markets, we need to look at lot more innovation, we need to look at what's going to run better. We also need to look at where we can get more funds from. Am I right, Supriya? So I think the whole thing runs around money, but money well spent can gain a lot more money. Money badly spent is money lost. It doesn't come back again. Time and money are two things. When once lost, they don't come back. You can get fresh money. You can't get back the money that you have lost. So my request to everybody in this room who are all feeling hungry and I'm sure are looking at me and wondering when I'm going to get off the stage. Well, thank you very much for the time you've all given me, and I just hope all of you become successful entrepreneurs. I'm very sure you all have the ability within you. You also have a very big and a powerful university supporting you. So please work towards making a mark for yourselves. It's, as somebody once said, holding sand in one hand, if you hold the fist too tight, will never remain in your hand. You need to leave it a bit loose. When you leave it a bit loose, you'll have some sand still left in your hands. So, Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra, Jai Bharat. Take care, everybody. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
We won't break for lunch right now because Dr. Ravi Mishra has a meeting to attend right after the speech. And again, certain, sorry? I'll call them, I'll get them in, right? Please call them people who are outside. Okay. And we also need to have certain felicitation because some of our business owners are on the verge of running away. They have a meeting. This is what happens to a to a platform which is to be attended by all company owners. उनका कभी ना कुछ मीटिंग रहता ही है, एक खत्म नहीं करते, दूसरे में उनको जाना होता है. So डॉक्टर रवि मिश्रा को हम पहले सुन ले, फिर जो हमें अवार्ड देना होगा वो दे देंगे. And by 2:30 we will break for lunch. But before that, let's hear Dr. Ravi Mishra. वो he is a person, he's like a university to me. मैं जिस दिन गई थी उनको ऑफिस में सुनने के लिए, I couldn't stop asking questions, and he wrote books, but he's almost like a library. So, sorry? No, call everybody in. Call everybody in. So we'll just have everybody in and then we can start your speech. Ashutosh came from Pune and now he has to rush back. Please. We did not have a break since 9. जब हमने शुरू किया ना तब से हमने ब्रेक नहीं लिया. सब जो आए हैं थे वो बैठे ही थे. I think we can start. Are there any more people outside? We'll call them. So you take the stage, I'll go and check. Please.
Namaskar. I start with that. That is a signature lecture by me, Namaste with a smile. You can, I have done it in 15, 16 countries. I am not come here to speak as a nominee of Reserve Bank of India. I have come as a public speaker who loves this kind of work. So I was getting confused, why am I here? But at the same time, I have now learned what others told you, so I can also tell you about that. Because you are all budding entrepreneurs, so I will start. I am very jealous of you. Because when we started as youngsters, that is the time you can take risk, but we didn't have the guts to take that. So we jumped into an examination and to a public sector job to remain risk-free in our job. But I always dreamt that I should have been a freelancer. So I will start with that. And this I will do in my second innings. Because though I feel biologically younger by 10 years, so I have allocated these 10 years for doing what I have come to speak here. So 4-5 things, mysteries or concepts we should have known, we have not understood and jump into risk are the following. Why I am telling this? So I was in a flight, 3 IIM Calcutta alumni, now worth 100 crores each, trying to create a AIF.